Hi everyone, this is Leslie coming to you live on Wednesday, October 3rd. And I am indoors today. As you probably know, I love to do my episodes of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love outside. But we're supposedly going to get some rain this afternoon. We got a little bit of sprinkles and drizzles, which is kind of a big deal here in Southern California earlier this morning, but supposedly we're getting rain this afternoon. So just in case, I didn't want to get rained on during this episode, so I decided to come inside. So while we wait for people to join us today, I want to remind you to please feel free to ask any questions, make any comments. As I mentioned before, sometimes I don't know when you're on or you're watching. So if you could either post a comment or like it or put a heart or a wow, that'll help me know that you are watching. So having said that, again, please keep the questions and comments coming. I hope you all enjoyed meeting Christy last week. We are very excited for her to be part of our team now and are thrilled with all the experience that she is bringing to the team as well. So again, be on the lookout for future videos from both Christy and I, and also just Christy, as well as, of course, still videos from just me. So today we are actually going to be talking about the Orange County housing market, and I'm going to be giving you an update. Before we get into that, though, of course, I'd like to always remind you that we do have several different options and ways that you can get information from us, the Swan Team. Of course, you can always go to our website, which is www.theswanteamoc.com, and you can find all of our contact information there, information about us. Of course, you can also look to the far right and you will see a button that says blog. When you click on that, you will see our most recent post to the internet and what we're going to be discussing on the most current episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You can always get a heads up, and of course, or I should say a heads up to our what we're going to be discussing on the episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love. In addition, it is also just a nice resource. Obviously, I'm going to summarize things. I'm not going to read them to you word by word or like a story, so I want to make sure that you know that that's a valuable resource and tool that's available to you as well. On our Facebook page and on this post specifically, there's actually a link that you can click on to get directly to that blog post as well. If you go to our Facebook page, you will also see options for different downloads, which include the monthly Orange County housing update, which includes probably more data than you could ever possibly imagine or want, but it is all there for you. So you can go ahead and sign up for that. There is also an opportunity for you to sign up to receive the blog posts once a week in your email box. So definitely check that out, and you can simply click on that and receive the blog posts each week. Hi, Victoria. Thanks for joining. And there is, in addition, an option to actually get our monthly newsletter, which will be a compilation of all of our Facebook Live videos, as well as our blog posts and any other additional information that we have to share. And then lastly, we also have an option for you to get a seller guidebook or a buyer guidebook, depending on which one strikes your fancy or interests you most. Again, this all can be found on the Facebook page. When you look left, you will see all the different options that you can choose from. So definitely do that. Hi, Donna. Hi, Michelle. Thanks so much for joining us today. As I've mentioned before, we are going to be discussing the Orange County Housing Report, and I'm going to give you an overall update about how the housing market is doing here in Orange County. I know it's been a hot topic, and a lot of people have been asking me about it. I don't know if it's maybe just because it's my job, but again, it has been definitely a big source of conversation with going into the fall and the winter. And obviously the housing market has a huge impact on the economy. So it's always good to know where the housing market is going, especially here in Orange County. Before we dive into that too, just wanted to remind you of a couple of things. Obviously, these episodes are called Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love, and that is our motto here at the Swan Team, and it stems from a love of the community where I live and where we from the Swan Team live. And behind that motto, we have an education donation program where we donate $500 to the school of your choice for every property we help you buy or sell. So simply work with us and we will donate to the school of your choice. We actually had the pleasure of delivering a check to Robinson Elementary PTA, and that was an amazing thing that we got to do this week. So we love the opportunity to do that and to help schools and teachers and students. So definitely continue sending continue sending referrals our way, whether it's your family or friends, or it's you. Definitely let us help you so that we can then also repay the community and give back to your community that means so much to you. Let's make sure my throat is okay for the rest of this. So again, also, when it comes to referrals, thank you so much. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you and the referrals that you send our way. So please continue to send us your family and friends. We absolutely love working with all of your family and friends. It means the world to us that you trust us with those important people in your life. And like I said, working with them too, we can certainly donate to the school of their choice and help make their community greater as well. Hi, Mike. Thanks so much for joining. Again, today we're going to be talking about the Orange County housing market and an update as to how things are going right now. Be sure to ask any questions as they might arise, or if anything I say or mention stirs a question in you or even a comment, please feel free to share that comment and or that question, and hopefully I will see it and I will be able to answer it in a timely fashion. Of course, we always appreciate likes and hearts and wows. So please feel free to continue to share the love with us and let us know that you're there. Because as much as I love talking, and I do love talking, it's always great when I can have as much of a conversation with you as possible. So again, please feel free to comment and share any of your thoughts with me throughout this discussion. So let's get right into it with the Orange County Housing Report and Update. The last time I did it, we discussed how the market was cooling a bit, and it is still doing just that. It is cooling off, and that means it's becoming a bit more of a balanced market, and I will kind of cover some points to share with you exactly what that means and how we are interpreting that. First of all, just so you know, active inventory in Orange County has actually increased by 2% in the past couple of weeks, while demand has actually stayed the same, both in the non-luxury and luxury market. Hi, Colleen. Thanks so much for joining us today. So we see right now that inventory is going up and demand is staying flat and not changing. And as a result, what we're noticing is that there are cracks in what was once the super hot, super fast, houses flying off the market. Things are shifting a bit, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why that's happening. Again, these cracks that we're noticing in that super hot housing market, that super hot sellers market, I should say. So, and in general, things are starting to slow a bit. One interesting point and issue that we're having right now is that active inventory hasn't actually peaked yet. Usually active inventory peaks between July and August, kind of the dead of summer. And then slowly but surely, inventory starts to decline after that. But what we've been noticing is that active inventory is still increasing. People are still putting their homes on the market. In fact, 15% more homes were listed in the past month than this time last year. So homes are still coming to the market, but demand is staying flat. So that is a first kind of crack that we're seeing. Again, that inventory is increasing. Another crack in the strong and hot sellers market is the fact that this delay in the peak of active inventory, which we are anticipating is going to peak sometime this month in October, is also going to be an indicator of a slower spring next year in 2019. Why is it an indicator of that? Well, typically when inventory peaks in July and August, and then it starts to taper off, all of those homes get gobbled up or purchased throughout the rest of the year until year end of December 31st. And then January 1st, all of a sudden, everyone's excited, wants to put their house on the market again. Well, as inventory still continues to increase, and we hopefully see the peak this month in October, we only have then the months of November and December for sure, and then whatever part left of October for the remaining inventory to get purchased, close escrow, and then no longer be in inventory. And I mean, we all can do the math. 2 to 2.5 months is definitely a lot less than 4 to 5 months. And so it just isn't as much time for the active inventory to decrease. So as a result, that active inventory will carry over into the beginning of 2019, which then will push things back a bit and make things a little bit slower into spring. So again, just something to be prepared for. It is not a doom and gloom. It is just what it is and how things are shaping up in the market right now. Another element and crack that we are seeing in the super hot market right now, or the super hot sellers market that I was referencing, that everyone has been adjusted to for quite some time, is that the EMT, otherwise known as the expected market time, has increased significantly. Well, somewhat significantly, to the point of where it was once in a seller's market and now it's truly in a balanced market. And let me just share with you that expected market time is referring to the time you put a home on the market to the time it closes escrow. So at the end of July, we were looking at that that expected market time to be about 80 days. As of today, it's now 100, and 100 days does put it in the realm of a balanced market. And so it is, again, we're moving towards, and not so much a seller's market. We're still not a buyer's market. We're in between. So both parties now actually have leverage, I guess is the best way to say it. It's not just, okay, we have to give in to every demand for the seller. So that is something for sellers and buyers to be very aware of, that the marketplace is changing and there has to be potential for concessions. It is not a one-sided market by any means. So the power of negotiation is really going to be at an all-time high to make sure that hopefully there's a win-win situation for both buyers and sellers in any transaction. So what I also wanted to mention, one last crack too, is that, again, demand is also down considerably. It is its lowest level since 2007, and we all kind of know what happened in 2007, 2008. So as a result, that decrease in demand, increase in inventory just kind of leads us to, again, this balanced market where sellers are basically going to have to make sure that their house is marketed to sell, that it looks good, that it is in great shape, that it is priced appropriately and according to the most recent comps in the area, to be successful and to be competitive. I mean, it's just the type of situation now where there aren't as many buyers competing for a house as there are sellers competing for buyers. So, and again, it's now at a more level playing field, but again, that shift is happening from multiple buyers to just one property to multiple buyers having a few options now. So again, you perhaps as a seller, what are you going to do to make your property stand out, to make buyers make a full price offer on your home and to get the best value for your home? So that again is a huge takeaway for sellers, is to understand that the market is challenging is going to be a bit more challenging for sellers, but you have to be realistic. The idea of I'm just going to throw a number out there and really hope that I get it is not going to cut it this day and age, or at this stage in the game and this stage of the housing market cycle. Instead, you're going to want to have very realistic pricing based on the most recent comparable of a similar home in your neighborhood, if not, the same floor plan perhaps, and you're going to want to price it accordingly. And if that is the case, then your house is very likely still to potentially sell faster and close faster than that 100 days. But again, if you kind of shoot for the fences, then you might expect to wait a little bit longer, and as a result also potentially have to do a price reduction, and nobody wants to do that. So that's the advice for sellers. Advice for buyers is to know that while the winds are changing and things are shifting a bit, it is still not a buyer's market. And you need to know that, you can't go in. I mean, I suppose anyone could go in and offer, do what's called a low ball offer, but you can't, in all practicality, expect it to get accepted. Sellers still can command a fair market value for their home and will still get it. They might have to wait a little bit longer, but most likely they will still get that fair market value. So if there is a home that you want to purchase, then I highly recommend partnering with a strong realtor like myself or Christy or anyone else on the Swan team to help you establish and find out exactly what the fair market value is for the property that you're interested in, and then put an offer in according to that. So again, there is still a lot of room for both buyers and sellers to be incredibly successful in this market. It just matters on who you work with and having realistic goals, strategies, and expectations. And again, that is something that we firmly believe in here at the Swan team. We want to make sure that all of our clients succeed in achieving their real estate goals. And oh, how I love when the doorbell rings and it makes the dog bark. But that's the fun of live TV. But you want to set realistic expectations and goals with your realtor so that you can achieve the success you want and ultimately make the move or make the purchase that you want, and you'll feel happy about it. So there you have it, everyone. Everyone's been a little quiet today. I'm hoping it's just the fact that this information has been so riveting, and potentially too, maybe it's just a funny glitch in my Facebook feed. But if you have any more questions about the Orange County Housing Update, definitely feel free to contact us at info@theswanteamoc.com, or you can call us at 949-444-1601. And you can text us at that number as well. Of course, if you're interested in finding out how much your home is worth, we absolutely love doing home valuations and letting you know exactly what your house is worth at this point in time. Again, feel free to email us, call us, text us, direct message us, send a pigeon. No, just kidding. But call us at 949-444-1601, and we'd be more than happy to share with you the great news about your property and all that it's worth, and anything that you could potentially do to maybe make it even worth more and have a greater value. That's what we're here to do. Again, please continue to send us your referrals. We greatly appreciate them and love working with all of your friends and family. So keep that up, everyone. We love it. And as always, remember that we will donate $500 to the school of your choice for any property that we help you buy or sell, so that we can maintain our motto of love where you live, give where you love. Lastly, all of this information that I shared with you today can be found on the blog, which can be found in the link corresponding with the description of this post. You can also find it if you go to the website, which is www.theswanteamoc.com, and you go up to the top right corner, click blog, and you will see our most recent post, which is this one, the Orange County Housing Update. So that is all for me today. Stay tuned for next week for an all-new episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love. This is Leslie signing off. Have a great day, and I will see you all next week. Bye.